this is LMB Simmer and welcome to my channel. We are doing part 3 of the Not So Berry Mint Generation Tiny Home, and hopefully maybe this might just be our last part, but we're trying to keep to the micro home for now. So I fixed the back. You'll notice this looks a lot different from where it was at when we left off the last part, because I noticed it was counting the tiles. So I fixed that. So we now have a backyard, and I think we're ready to put in some more windows, and then we can start the landscaping. So, and then of course I don't know if we'll get around to decorating the inside, but that might be okay, because then that could be a surprise when we start the episode to see what's in the house. It's not a very big house, so not much left to the imagination. But let's see, we have that window there, and whoops, and that one in the front too, which I like that. We were trying to figure out one for this bathroom, but we never did. And then I want one somewhere in the kitchen area too. And I'm thinking over here, but we need to make sure we can fit the kitchen in. And then it doesn't make sense, like we said, because the bed is there for there to be one there. So maybe we should just start with figuring out the bathroom pieces at least, and then that will help. So let's find a toilet. We're also trying to keep our costs under $20,000 for the starter home, but let's go ahead and we're going to see what's available in green, and we're keeping to kind of a mid-century Cosmolux and Art Deco kind of theme. So for toilets, we've only got these two here. So this one's gonna match a little better, but that's pretty bright against that. So let's see what we have. Like the shower tub combo, do we even have room for that? I don't think we're going to have room for that, so we're gonna do a shower. So let's see what might match. So the green is very off from the other green of the wall, so I'm not sure if I want to do that. This one, oops, is also very off. Okay, so we might have to go without doing green. We'll just go this way, and then we can pick a color that matches. So the cheapest shower is going to be this one here, the 500. Like I said, the green isn't really that great matching, so let's see what we can. Okay, that's purple. That's not gonna work. This one is white, so that one could totally work, I think. We can make that work. But I also think if we're gonna be able to, we're gonna get away with this small of a bathroom, I think we're just gonna have to go with a little shower. So maybe like this one here. And let's see, we can do, trying to think, if we do a shower, they have to be able to walk up to the shower. So if we did the shower over here, the toilet here, and the sink here, I think we can fit it in that way. Is that supposed to be the drain? I'm not sure. Okay, so I like that, and then that one's black, so maybe we'll just go black. So we can do, so this one's $385. That other one is way more. And then there's like two versions of this, but I think that was because of the color. Which, does this one kind of oh, this one kind of matches the walls. So maybe could trade it up. So can I? That one, that matches the toilet's mechanics, but it doesn't match the other part. Could do the black. That one's more teal than green. I like the sleep bathroom, but I'm trying to figure out, I think that's what they're supposed to say matches it. I don't know, but can we get away with doing two different ones? No. We'll have to go with that one. Okay, that's fine though. And then sink. What sink goes with this set? I haven't got to use this set, so it might be nice to use it, but let's see, this is not the sink that goes with it. That is a pretty sink. This is the sink that goes with it. Okay, so if we change this like this, I'm wondering if we can walk through the shower to we can walk through the shower to the toilet to use the toilet. But then everything over here would be getting wet from the shower anyway. So I wonder if we did the toilet there, shower there. Maybe we do a different, I don't know, these are so big. What is the cheapest shower? These, well, that one's actually in the same price range, but these two are the cheapest. Let's see here, let's do, I wonder if we put that there. There's gotta be a way to use them all. I wonder if, okay, let's put, oops. Let's put that there and then put the sink on the back side, but let's do a nice sink, but not a big sink. Perhaps, but one also that it wouldn't be, we'll put the toilet there, I think, and then the sink here. That way, maybe, I think that's how they do it in some place. So let's do the tiny living sink, and let's see if we can find one, that one, and then they could put their stuff in the drawers, in theory. And then what kind of a toilet could we fit in here that would be, maybe we'll just go with the classic, or I mean, was it, I think it was this one that was considered the contemporary anyway. Okay, so let's do that, and then let's say, okay, so that's the workout there. We're just kind of working out the layout, so we'll worry about other furnishings later. And then I want to see if we can, so it's going to be a tight, we're going to have to do a galley style kitchen. So if we did a window, we did a window, go to surfaces, and we want counters. We don't have like a floating counter or anything where you can put stuff under it, unfortunately. So we would have to and if we could put a kitchen like this, give us a tiny bit more room, but not really. So let's see, we could let me see what that looks like. Nope. Okay. Oops. What does that look like? It looks okay. I'm just not sure we've got enough room to put everything we want in here. So if I put that there, no, if I put that here, this one there, did a corner piece here, and then ended with the right end piece. Wouldn't go all the way to the wall. So if we went with the right end piece here, so we'd have room to walk around in. And then if we did a mini fridge, appliances, we did a mini fridge, kind of the same color. It kind of cuts into part of the door. Oops, like set it like right here. It kind of covers part of the door, but this is the part you'd go out of anyway. And so you would have the mini fridge to use, and then you'd have that, and then we could put a window out here. So let's do a window and mid-century window and green. So we could do another two-door one like the other ones, like that. Or we could do the single one. From the kitchen. I like the single one, I think, in the kitchen. But you've got that pole in the way, but then you can see out. I like that. But I also like the idea of doing the two again. So let's do the two again. They're also brighter, so yeah, and that's where their other ones are at. So we'll do that. And then I don't know, this coloring just does not look good with it looks good with this, but it doesn't look good with the rest. So maybe we don't do a green door. We bring the green to the inside of the house. We keep the green away on the outside. Is there black on black? Yes, so let's do black windows. We'll do the black on black windows and the sliding glass door, and then that way, and then we're bringing the other color in the house. We could do a black with white trim, black with black here. Yeah, we'll just do the black with black there. So we'll bring some of that black in, then we've got the gray, and then we've got the greens. So that way we've still got homage to the mint, and it's not as powering as the other ones, but that's okay. And then we could do like the little oven here on top of the, it sits on top of the mini fridge, or we could do a microwave instead. There's that one is really cute. There's also this one, which is really cute. So that one's $4.35. That one's a lot more expensive. So definitely think I would choose the cheaper one here. So we could do that one for an oven if we wanted, or we could put that over here in the corner. Unfortunately, that does not give her a stove. If I take that away, there is salvaged. I mean, there are these ones here that are very cute. There's this stovetop here we could do as a stovetop, so she'd have, oops, it doesn't go on the middle piece. So the only problem with that is the, oops. So let's do the stovetop there. And then that way we can do a sink over here. Come on. Grr. Okay. So we're taking out the green and we're just looking for sinks here. Something that looks kitcheny. This one is $130. That one is $185. This is the new one. I like the idea of that one. What color is that one? Is it green? Oh, it is kind of green. Okay, so that works. So we'll do that one right there, and then can this go in the, that can go in the corner. So maybe we'll have the oven there in the corner, and that. And then she has all the basics she needs. We'll keep that one free. We'll put the, I apologize for the noise downstairs. We'll put that there. We'll do, so these cabinets were, I apologize. Hopefully it's not too noisy down there, but, and the colorful ones, so then we could do, what's a corner piece one look like? Nope, that eats up too much of the corner. Left end piece eats up too much of the left end. Right end piece, so we could do a right end piece there, and that the window eats into that, so can't do that one there, unfortunately. But we could do that one, so we get a little bit of cabinet space here. And then I wonder if we could do like a shelf. So if we did big. Let's see, they have like a, I mean, you could do that. I don't know about the glass in it though. Is there any other form of a one-tile shelf? This one might work too. It's kind of eaten up by the stuff there, so I don't know if that one works, but let's take that out. There's lots of shelves here. Oh, there's like this little floating shelf too that could be used. There's this one as well, and let's see what other ones might work here. Nope. That one could work as a nice little shelf. This one kind of works. Let's see what else. This is kind of why I usually don't build in real time, because it takes me forever to make decisions. And I feel like, you know, we're on part 3, not even getting started on the game part itself, and we're still here messing around with trying to figure out what we're gonna put here. Like maybe, so I wonder if I did, that one's kind of being eaten though, isn't it? Or is it? No, it clears it, so you could do that. And then there, put some stuff on the shelf. Okay, that works. Let's see, is there any kind of a, whoa, leave the door there, thank you. What can we do for a blind that won't eat into, so we could do this, it covers it up a little bit, not a lot. It is kind of cute, and it's just a valance, but it would work. Color does not work, however, but otherwise that would have worked. Let's see if we did, this one also works, kind of. It's a little weird the way it works, but you could pretend that that's just the way it goes in there. Now, do any of these colors really work? Though the question is, with that, okay, so that's kind of like a non-white, stark white. That one with the little gold accents might work too. Or maybe this one will work. Oh yeah, because this one's mint. Yes, okay, let's do that one. I don't know, it kind of eats into the window though. Again, the way these things work, it looks fine until you place it, and then you place it and it kind of glitches out. Oh, my goodness. Sims. Oh no. Okay, I didn't want the whole window gone, just that. Okay, so what else could we think to do here? Maybe, no. Let's see. I think I'm gonna have to go back to, let's see, oh, this one can go above, if I can. I mean, if you can forgive the fact that it eats into the wood frame a little bit, which I guess it's a little bit better. Can you please? Thank you. It's a little bit better than the other options, so we'll do that. Okay, there we go. So that's all of that, and then that's the surface they can hopefully cook on. And then that's their kitchen, and then over here we can have a better option for a blind. So but we don't want to take away all of the light, so that's too far up. That is too dingy for the style we're going through. That's too tall. Could go with these white ones, like I said, that they still allow light in, so that's what's nice about them. We could also, those don't have any good colors. That one's covering most of the light. Again, we could put this one above, and so it's like it's letting a little light in. So that would definitely work. And then if I just, nope. And then maybe go 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll put that there. And then we'll use another one over here. And so, like I said, we'll put it up. 1, 2, 3. And then that allows a lot of light in, but still looks like they can pull it down. And still goes with the green. I think it works enough with the colors. So we'll do that. And then we want a TV unit. So we want to go to the electronics. And we're going to do one of these ones. So that media center is a wall unit. Oh wait, we don't want to do one of those because they're so tall. Yeah, they're too tall. They block out the window. I don't know if I like that idea of it blocking out the window. So we need a, oh, well, here's TV stands right down here. So that one's 150. That one's also 150. Well, do we have mid-century? Okay, these ones are mid-century. I kind of like this round one. That one's gray. So we can do the black, or we can do this gray one. Kind of like the gray. It's got a slight greenish tinge to it. Brings out some more white. And then for TV, I think we're gonna have to go with this old guy here. That just looks nasty. Maybe we can spring for that one. Okay, yeah, that one looks nice. So we'll give him that one, and then audio. Not sure what we'll put there yet. Apologize for all the talking because somebody's talking to the puppy doggers. Okay, and then we don't want to do a coffee table because there's no room to pull the bed out if we do. The thing is, I like this in the middle, but there's no, I don't think we can get any bedside tables, and because of that, I wonder if we could. Let's find out. Is there any, small enough? Like, no, you're too wide. I mean, these are small enough that if no, you're not small enough. I mean, if I put it like right here, maybe. But then when you're sleeping, it'd be like way down there, so it doesn't make sense either. So we'll just leave that. So they got a bed, they've got TV. I might I like the mix and match woods because it definitely speaks to, you know, having no money. We can always buy them other stuff, but let's look at some lights and see what we can do with lights. I'll go mid-century. What do we got here that might be nice? So there's this one. This one could be cute in the kitchen somewhere, so I'll leave that one over there for a possibility. And then they're all pretty much 150 other than these ones here, so that's nice. I like this Seasons one. I think that, but how low do these hang? That is the other question. Are these like gonna be, I mean, if you're sitting down, you're not gonna see that in your way, right? So this one would work. So where's the middle? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's the middle. So we can get rid of that guy, and then we can have this one here. I like that. And then over here, this one hangs. Now this one, on the other hand, it hangs really low. So, like, not gonna be able to do this one unless we did it above here. But then you can't put anything there. So let's not do that one. Let's instead, I like this unidentified lamp one. I think that's pretty cool. So, whoa, but it's too big. So, I also like this one. I think it's cute too. So if you did like right here where you're gonna be like doing most of your cooking, but then if you placed it right, let's see, you've got 2 tiles, so 1, 2, so like right there is in the middle of the 2. Now that doesn't hang too low. I mean, it hangs low enough you might bump your head on it, so maybe not as good of an idea for that one either. How low is that one? Too low. Okay. So maybe with this one, we just stick with this guy here, but we'll put him there. Okay, and then in the bathroom, again, we'll probably just stick with that guy, and he's in the middle. But do we have a color? Let's do that color. Or no, let's do black, makes more sense. So we'll do the black on there. Alright, and then we need to get a little burglar alarm. So we get a little burglar alarm. Put that over here. Whoops. Put this over here, like so, and then above it, do we want to, no, we'll put it over here, and then like over here is the thermostat for the house, and then we probably do want a smoke alarm. It only comes in one color, but oops, we'll get this situated there. All right, okay, and then it's the desert, so I mean, we would probably want it to look like they had air conditioning, air conditioner, a non-functional air conditioner. I don't think there is a functional one anyway, but let's see if that that doesn't cut into the inside. Okay, so let me see. Thought there might be. Air, toilet, air, seat, air, bed, air, misappliances, no. Maybe in decorations, because I don't think they're functional, the ones that they have, but probably could just go by pack, because I think the one that has, well, there's other packs that have them too, but I think the one that has the closest one to what I'm looking for is, we could do the little fan too, so I might do that, but let's do all and see what these guys have here. It's not showing everything that came with this pack, I can tell you that much. So it's definitely glitched. Maybe, like if you're sleeping and you have your bed down, but then that's not going to reach your bed very well. It's not. Does this show more? It's not really showing more. That is interesting. Wow, okay. I wonder if it was this one that had them. Yes, this one is the one that had them, so I was wrong. Okay, so if we take that one out, and then I don't know if these are functional either, but this is the one I was looking for. So if you had that out there, okay, yeah, and then that filters in here. Okay, yeah, so then we have AC. Okay, that's what I wanted. Okay, that works very well. And then I wonder if I want to have, that's a very expensive. Oh, you can get a tiny little dishwasher that you can maybe, I wonder if you can put that one in the end cap here. I wonder if that, no, it doesn't go in that. Oh well, okay. Now let's see, can we, an electrical fuse box and a hot water heater. I don't know if I want to put those in here. I know because we have tiles, not super realistic, but we're gonna pretend that they don't have that. Okay, so what I want to do now is take that off, and we're gonna go with switch, And I'm gonna go with this guy here. We're gonna put some of these around. So I imagine you'd have one here so you can turn it on and off. At night. Yep. Probably just a tiny bit more over, okay. And then you would have one by the door. So let's put this one right here. And then I imagine you'd have one over here. And it would go like right there maybe, and then I imagine you would also have one in the bathroom right by the door here. Yep, just like that. Okay. I don't know if it would go in the grooves of the tile actually. It probably wouldn't now that I think about it. So we'll put, would it go in the tile or up above? Let's put it up above. And then this one needs to come down to right there. And therefore this one can actually go up a little bit. So we'll put that one and we'll put this one right there. And we'll move that over a tish more. And then make that kind of even-esque. And then we're gonna put this guy right up here. Oops. Right up here. Okay. Be a tish high, but we'll just put them up there. It'll be okay. And then let's get a couple little mats for inside that they would wipe their feet off on. So we don't need a bath mat, but let's do some welcome mats. So, I mean, it's the desert. You're probably bringing in more dirt than anything, but let's put this one here. Well, actually, let's put this outside. Well, yeah, we're gonna put these outside, but I'm gonna put one here too. But on the inside, let's just put something else. Let's see here. One that doesn't have like a if you got a big enough runner one, you could probably have it stretch across, but that's gonna look weird. Okay, so we don't want to do that. We're just gonna do little ones, but let's find something that looks nice. Splash of colors. No. Yeah, so let's do this one over here by the door when you walk in. Okay, and over here, maybe, that's still too big. That's a bath mat, but it looks cute. Like it would totally work. You sized it down and then just had it like right here. I think that would be a cute little rug, even though it's supposedly a bath rug. I think that would work really good. And then, oops, come on. Alright, so we've got the inside pretty much done for basics. We'll have to add things as we go along. We also need the element display rack. We've got to find a place to fit this in, so where it might kind of look like it's out of the way too. So we're gonna put it, she might not be able to use that with it, so we'll have to test it in real time. And then I need a bookcase, so let's get a bookcase for that. What is it under? Storage, right? Yeah, bookcases are under storage. So let's see if we can find some like shelf looking ones that we can kind of tuck into the wall over here. That would be nice. Let's see, what's this cabinet one? Like you could do. It's not a very big cabinet. Nope. Okay, so I want I could possibly scoot this over. I mean, it'd be like she'd have to move everything and she wouldn't be able to get into that, so let's see what else could work. Is there no shelf like ones? I mean, I could change for the bigger bed. Might consider that too. Oh, here we go. There's this one. Or this one. No, still too big. So let's see here. That one kind of fits. Kind of and kind of does not at the same time. Oh, this one looks really nice. Okay, so we're gonna do this one, and we're gonna do that one. And then I wonder if we should switch the bed to this one, because then she has more books, right? So I mean, let's see. I think that's the equivalent to the one we have now. So you have some peach there. The white one also. So the white one, oh, it's like two separate colors. Oh, so you can just get that unit and add it to it. Okay, now we don't need that. Okay. That's fine. We're fine. Okay. So we've got some basics there, and we're coming up to the end, but I haven't had a chance to do any landscaping, but let's get a mailbox for sure. Oh, it's going to take forever because I hit show all for all, so give it a minute here. And we'll do mailbox. Let's see. So there is this mailbox is a lamp. Oh, okay. So we can do the Oasis Springs traditional, which I like the idea of that one. I think that's what we're gonna do. Okay. So we'll do this one. What colors can you have? We'll go with the black one. And then we're gonna put that, oops, right there. Or maybe even right there. Okay. So that's where the mailbox is gonna go, and then we're gonna go here and we're gonna do terrain paint. I'm gonna do square, and I'm gonna do pavement, and we're going to, is there any green? That can't do it by color. Oh, here we go. What do we got for, no, for green? Okay. Well, in that case, this looks kind of green, but it's kind of got a spiral pattern. This also looks kind of green. It might be nice. Let's see, is there any mid-century? No. Is there any Cosmolux? Oh, no, of course not. Art Deco? Of course not either. Okay, well, let's see, we could do terracotta, or like these black grassy pavers, but it's not a grassy place, right? Because it's desert. So we could do like this here. Nope, I don't like that. We can do pebbles and clay. I like that, but let's do a bigger brush for sure. I need like this one. There we go. And then right there. So then this would just move a smidget here, and then this would just be placed there. Okay, that is great. So we've got that. We'll have to landscape the desert for sure, and then we'll figure out what goes on in the back. But we're gonna also, I'm gonna get one of those little oops, I'm gonna get a tiny little hedge fence, but I gotta find it first. Is it that one I'm looking for? I don't think it's that one that I'm looking for. I think it is this one that I'm looking for. So when do we get the 38? Seriously? Even though you're not, it still counts it because it's a room. Okay, well, we're not going to do that, but we'll probably do something else. Outdoor plants. We did rocks. So if we did like this rock and then that rock and then this rock. Okay. And then oh my goodness. Okay, no. That is just going to take forever. Fountains, terrain paints, build, use by function. I don't want to landscape it too much right now, but I don't want to not landscape it either. Those are just too tall. That's a window box. Thinking if you had like, ooh, that's tiny. Sorry for the noise. Sorry for all the crunchies. Crunchy crunchies. That might be cute. Window duster by the window. Too tall for that, okay. That one's kind of cute. Too tall. Too tall. I mean, could get away with having this in the desert, possibly. Hidden patio shrub. Yeah, I'm gonna place one there. We're there. I apologize for all the crunchies and all that, but okay. We'll leave it with that one there for now. Okay, so I mean, it's a tiny bit landscaped. Definitely would be, we're gonna put more of this gravel over here. So I am not, maybe I need the grid on, but I don't see the grid. Like, how do you turn the grid on? I forget. Oh, it would help here. Okay, so do that and bring it down through here. Okay, so that's like a gravel place. Eventually maybe they get a car and a carport to put there, but it looks nice except for the starkness against the desert, so we would definitely want to fix that. But right now it wants to add tiles, so I don't know. But let's also get a patio in, so I'm wondering if we should do the 2 stone out here like this. I don't understand why it comes up looking diagonal. What is up with that? Looks diagonal in this lot. Anybody else seen that? It doesn't look like, I don't know. Or is it just me? Maybe it's just me. Okay, I don't know if we want to do that one. I mean, none of these cost money or anything. Rough River Rock. Definitely don't want the gravel. Grassy Pass doesn't make sense because there is not grass here. Maybe these pavers will look nice. Let's see. Oh yeah, I kind of like these. They're a little white, but I like them. And then again, put the grid on. And okay, so pave to here. And here. And here. And I think someone's here, so I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here, and we'll continue next time. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you, and yes, we'll definitely do this next time. You take care wherever you are, and thanks until next time. All right, take care. Bye-bye.